Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for April the 16th through to the 30th. So it is a general reading, so just take what feels right and leave the rest. You are the master of your own energy, and we're moving from Aries season into Taurus. So we'll see how that goes for you, Pisces. We have the beautiful Mr. Star here, being a star. Being a little YouTube star. So what can we get for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know? And Pisces, we'll just say if this reading does really resonate, there will be an extended reading and the link will be in the description box below. So I'll talk more about that when we get to it. But having star here usually causes a little bit of chaos. So what I'll do is I'll put the cards up on the bottom of the screen as well so you can see what they are. So the cards are just being a bit tight-lipped at the moment, Pisces. What's going on? What does Pisces need to hear? What energy is around for Pisces? Well, I'm going to have to split the cards, split the deck, which is unusual for these cards, but we shall see. Sometimes that usually says a lot about the reading. Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer. Wow. So big change on the cards here. Something is expanding and changing. Cup, Prince, Pisces, Chariot. Well, you're like, well, I'm just going to come out anyway. All this Pisces energy coming out. Beautiful. And Pentacle 8, Mercury, Virgo. Okay, interesting. So I do feel like something's going to start working for you here. It is very much related to there's a big change around work or around something that's been a bit of a challenge perhaps at work or a challenge with something you've been working on. So that's coming in and there seems to be an expansion and things suddenly kind of freeing up. And this is also a sense of there is an energy of being able to come back to yourself. It's like there's an aspect of you, and it could be a very creative aspect or some kind of development or aspect of yourself that has been trying to kind of come out, trying to express itself, trying to grow and mature and seeing some growth in that area, whatever this area is. And this is what's being highlighted at this moment in time. It's like it's been hard to see the growth and now there's this big change coming through around that. Let's hope star doesn't fall off. Wow, look, you've got the 10 of Pentacles coming through. So there's all this really beautiful stability coming through with a lot of hard work that's come through, crossed by the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay. Gosh. And yeah, I do feel like you are really trying to start something new here and there could have been a few little blocks in the way, but that's all about to change. Jupiter is the planet of luck and that is ruling this expansion, luck and good fortune, and everything it touches, it expands. And so we've got money, work. So you might be working hard, but we've also got you coming in, Pisces, Chariot. So Page of Pentacles, beautiful. Okay. Queen of Swords in the recent past. I need to move these over a little bit for you, Pisces. Oh, wow. Yeah, there is a breakthrough, massive breakthrough coming in with the Sun card. Wow. Okay, the Hierophant. You are presenting as the Hierophant, which is a real Taurian energy, which is kind of interesting. It's a bit different for you, but very grounded. The King of Wands, energy surrounding you. Fantastic. The Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands and that Queen of Swords are having an interesting conversation at this moment in time. Interesting. Okay. And look, this is the growth you've been looking for, the Seven of Pentacles right next to the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, there's a lot of growth coming in and letting go of something that's been a burden. So it could actually be that there's money coming or that there's better health coming or a better relationship to body or yeah, there's a sense that something that was kind of underdeveloped is now being able to grow and move. So in the situation is the Ten of Pentacles crossed by the Ace of Wands, which is really looking at stability, financial stability, stability around the home, having as much as you need around in your life, pretty much. And it can be things to do with legacy, leaving a legacy of some sort as well, because I feel like the wheels, what they're showing me is the wheels are just starting to get into motion. This might be something you've kind of been working on for a long time, and it's kind of reached a point where it's ready to step up another gear and step into its full potential of what this is. So ready to reach fruition. It is crossed by the Ace of Wands, so it may be that you just haven't had the motivation or the drive to do this. Or in the past, or that maybe you are finding the opportunity or the will to do this kind of lacking at this moment in time. But it is saying that there is a breakthrough. So this could be to do with health as well, that you just don't have the energy for it, or you're just thinking, I don't know if I want to do that right now, but it is something that seems important, because in your conscious mind, the Eight of Swords is very much saying, looking at an area where you've been stuck, where you've really felt really limited, and whether this is self-imposed limitations or just felt like someone else had a limited vision, there's something to do with a vision or an expression of yourself has been limited for whatever reason. And I feel like it's this thing that's kind of building and building and finally seeing the growth in an area that has been lacking. And so, yes, it's I feel like it's like, okay, feeling a bit stuck and limited, need to do something about that. And that's the good news, is because you are being ruled by the reading's ruled by Jupiter and the Wheel of Fortune. The reason why this might be coming into your conscious mind is because the universe is kind of saying there is this big change about to occur. And so sometimes what they do is make it, they put on the squeeze, they make a situation as uncomfortable, or something comes up that you're really aware that you're feeling a bit stuck in that area, because they're kind of, it's like saying this area is about to change. So, and at the base, we have the Page of Pentacles, and I do feel like it's a lot to do with health, money, and career. Really, this is kind of a big thing that's coming through here. Sorry, Pisces, I just had to adjust the framing of the shot. It was just, I didn't realise. I don't know if Star knocked the camera or what happened there, but it seemed to have moved. So I apologise for that. So, yeah, I'm loving the fact that you've come in here. It's like I feel like this is a lot to do with personal development that is going to be reflected in the external world in terms of success, growth, and all this sort of stuff. And that's why, you know, this is coming in as the deep down energy. It feels like there's something special. There's a special opportunity here. You've got something. And the world might be feeling a bit like, you know, this Page of Pentacles can sometimes feel like the world is my oyster. I've got this amazing opportunity here, or this amazing idea, and what am I going to do with it? I've been feeling really stuck with it perhaps, but I feel like things are going to start working here. I'm going to start getting some information about the details and some ideas about how they're all organised, and getting a little bit more organised pretty much with it. So I feel like things are all starting to, get into a bit of a more of a practical order, which is actually really positive. So with this, the Queen of Swords is in the recent past. So the Queen and the Swords and the King of Wands are having this interesting conversation. If I hold them up, this is what they look like from my angle. They are talking to each other. And this is something from the past that is kind of saying, handing it over to you. It's over to you. And this might be a person. It might not be necessarily an energy of yours. It's a clarity of mind. It's really rising above any fear and doubt in the recent past and going, okay, over to you. It's now your idea, your vision. What is it that you want to do? And kind of your mind is kind of giving the green light to your passion, your heart, to really do what it is that you want. So, and that's because, you know, it's kind of like it's gone through with that Eight of Pentacles, the Mercury Virgo energy right above it as well. It's kind of like it may have just realized everything's okay, that is nothing to fear here, might have gone through some details or something like that. Someone's come through and given you some details, or you've gone through things with a finer tooth comb and just looked at something a little bit more carefully and gone, no, I think that might actually be okay. If it's not that in particular, then it's just there's a clear head here that has created an openness, an open path for you to actually step up into this leadership role, being the creator of what this is that you're bringing in. So this is what I love. In the near future, we have the sun card. So the sun is shining 100%. It's time, your time to shine, your time in the spotlight, Pisces. And with the sun, it always brings a whole heap of clarity. It shines the light on things that haven't been working, areas where you felt stuck, and shows you the solutions as well. And so with this comes a breakthrough of sorts, that something that was maybe floundering in your life is now about to take off, and the wheels, like I said, the wheels are about to get into motion and start moving. Now, it may not be... I'm being shown, yeah, they're moving, but it's kind of moving at a pace that maybe you're not expecting, or it might be this more, because it's got all this lovely earth energy here. It's very methodical. It's like moving at the right pace. It's not rushing into it too much. And that's why you're presenting as the Hierophant here, which is this very grounded energy, but it's also very connected to your soul. It's kind of like, I know this is something I need to do. And it's been something that's been around for a while. Like I said, that this is just feeling very much like I know I have to do this kind of energy with the Hierophant coming through. And it is a very, very strong sense of belief of your own spirit, belief of your own soul's guidance, belief of self coming through, and just going, no, I've got this, I need to do this, and not necessarily listening to anyone else's wisdom. It's like a real trust of your own inner wisdom that's coming through, which is beautiful with the Hierophant. And the other thing with the Hierophant is that it's like, I'm ready, I'm committing to this. With the Hierophant and Eight of Pentacles are both cards of commitment, and you've got two of them in here. And it's like, maybe you have been committed to this and it just hasn't kind of got the results that you've wanted. If it's looking at like a health issue, for example, or maybe it's like, something to do with growing a business, or whether it's something to do with just bringing on more money, like new forms of income, or whether it's like you're looking to move to a bigger home, or there's just this expansion and growth that's coming in. Whatever this is for you, it does feel very grounded. So it's to do with material resources. It could be like something as like expanding your wardrobe. It could be anything like that. It's just a material resource or possession. And this could also be expanding your culinary repertoire, like trying new foods and things like that. It can come in, but it's bigger than that. So if you're getting smaller things, those are things that are indicating that there's something bigger going on. And so there's a commitment. It's like I'm wanting to commit to something long term that's like a legacy that's going to really make an impact here. So this is where, it's something that's been like a long-term project that is really getting, and when I say long-term, it may not have been something you've actually started, but in terms of who you are and something that's formulated inside yourself, the idea of formulating a long time ago, whether you're aware about it or not, it's really time for it to mature. And so that's why we have the King of Wands, in the energy surrounding you. And this is really, if this is not you, this is someone that's like a creative leader, or someone that really is an authority in their life. They know what they want. They know how to create. And this person can be an expander for you. They know what they're making. They know what they're producing, and they know how to do it. They're the ones that can see all the details and say, no, change that. I don't like it that way. This is how I like it. And so this is kind of what you are. This is what, if this is not you and how you're feeling, this energy is around you to show you these are qualities that are developing within you. and expanding within you. You might already have these qualities. It's highly creative energy, but it's making it work. It's getting down to work with it. It's like, right, I've got this vision. Now I'm getting down to the hard work. And it's fantastic. And also, it's all about a longer term vision here as well. It's like, even if it is a smaller project that you're completing here, because it could be both, it kind of showing me that there's two different things that it could be happening. But ultimately it's something that, just say you're working on an artwork and you finish and complete an artwork, but what's actually happening is this longer term vision of where this style or theme or creativity is going in terms of how it's expressing how you're expressing it in your life. And so it's always this lifelong kind of growth, this lifelong vision that keeps expanding and expanding. And that's kind of what they're showing me, that no matter what you're doing, it's important. The growth that you're seeing at the moment is important because it is leading to, they keep showing me that Zen, like a Zen kind of, the koans where it's like a puzzle, but you can't work it out intellectually. And it's like one of the Zen masters one time was learning to draw a beautiful calligraphic line, just a line, and all the other students were there practicing, and he just sat there and did nothing, and didn't pick up a paintbrush at all. And then years later, he just picked up a paintbrush and drew this perfect line, and they were all astonished. All the students were like, "How did you draw that?" And he was like, "I was working on it all along, but it was inside of me. It was my understanding. It was my enlightened view of the world, and that was what I was working on." And then when the time was right, he could just sit down and draw that perfect line and have no attachment and do it in the perfect way that it had to be done. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this for you, Pisces, is that this is something that's been working on inside of you, and it's growing and growing and growing. And that's why I'm kind of getting a legacy energy with this. And so that's why we're kind of hopes and fears. You've got the Five of Pentacles, which is kind of the opposite of what you're trying to build here. This is lack. This is things weakening. This is things not being valued. This is the lack of growth. It's the opposite. Feeling rejected as well. There could be moments along the journey that you have been rejected. Someone hasn't seen it or appreciated what it is that you're doing and creating in this world, in terms of you are your own legacy. And but at the same time, this thing is bigger than that. It's bigger than that. So that's just a fear, really. So that's lucky that that's in that position. But we have as the outcome the Seven of Pentacles. And so this is what's so fantastic, is this card is all about growth, seeing growth. And sometimes it can be slow growth, but it is growth that is around working out where it is exactly that you're going to invest your time and energy in order to see this growth that's here, because they're showing me that it's here, that we've got the Eight of Pentacles, but the outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. So they're saying there's more. The situation is the Ten of Pentacles. So it is going very methodically, step by step by step. But it is very much, you're getting all this information about what the steps entail, the details, all of that sort of stuff. And it is saying you are going to have to work at this, but it's fulfilling work. It's not going to feel like work. And so the Seven of Pentacles very much says there's a promise of growth here, and we can see it very, very kind of step by step by step. And so, the Seven of Pentacles could definitely mean that there is just more money, a little bit more money coming in as well for some of you. And it can be that you might be looking at, if we're looking at health, like where you have kind of given your energy away to something that has been kind of limiting you or blocking you or making you feel stuck with that Eight of Swords? And where can you kind of be more efficient use of your time and energy in order to get to where you want to, because you've got Jupiter here expanding everything it touches. It's like, okay, so if you had this magic energy, which is here, that says that you don't want to focus in on where you've been stuck, because that's going to expand that. So it's saying with this Seven of Pentacles to really focus in on where you want to see the growth, the solutions to where you want to put your energy in, and that's going to expand. So it's very much about important about where you're focusing, because there's the opportunity here, like we said, for breakthroughs with this Sun card if there's a lot of information coming through. And that's why, we have this Ten of Wands. It's like letting go of something that has become a burden, of even feeling this expectation or desire to see where it is that you're going to. There's something about it's kind of been hard because maybe you haven't been able to see the growth. Maybe you haven't been able to see where you're going. The Ten of Wands can be exhaustion. It can be burnout. It can be the sense that you need to recover from some health issues. It can be that just something has become very, very burdensome and it's been hard to see the path ahead. And so you're being shown very clearly that where the path is and to focus on the positive areas. So that's what's coming through for you loud and clear, Pisces. I'm just going to reach and get these cards, the animal spirit energies. There might be themes that are coming out like where's the money coming from, or how am I going to fund this, and things like that coming through, and little just working through those details, finding solutions, focusing on that, and then Jupiter will expand that as well. And so interestingly, like going down, I do feel like there's a lot of creativity here coming through for a lot of you. With the raccoon, it is like there's parts of you, it relates to writing as well, like, or art. And the raccoon is very much, it can be around, how writers have like a ghost name or a pen name, and that's not them. It's the persona that you put out to the world that is your and there's a part of you that might actually be hiding in the shadows. And so that's the part with the Sun card illuminating on this little raccoon and all these shadow parts that's coming in and saying, it's time for parts of your personality to now, or creativity or expression, to come out now and shine, because you've got this lovely King of Wands energy and the Sun card. It's very kind of Leo-ish and Aries energy about stepping out, being the leader of your life, putting yourself first, your vision first, and allowing that to shine. Let the world see that, even if it might not be so comfortable, but because there's a lot of support around with this energy, it's saying if there is an untapped or a shadow side of something that you'd like to develop, and it's something really positive, it's related to all these really beautiful, this fertile area inside of yourself that sometimes lives in the shadows, those seeds that are ready to, those ideas, that creativity, that new book, that novel, that idea, whatever that may be. It might be something not completely not creative. It might be, I want to go traveling or something that I know it's hard to do that with COVID, but it might be something totally different. I want to set up my own business. I want to, it might be, it could be a gazillion things, but whatever it is, it's saying that those parts, underdeveloped, hidden parts of you are wanting to come out and be developed. And so now is a really wonderful time to it's safe with that Wheel of Fortune and Jupiter there to bring in some changes around that, to let, like I said, everything that Jupiter touches, it expands. So if you had this latent ability or desire to do something, or skill, or want to start a new hobby, or whatever it could be, or even it's just, an aspect of you that it could be a physical thing, learning a new sport, learning a new activity, however that may be, it's very much, whatever you start, like I said, it will expand with that beautiful Jupiter energy. So the raccoon, is all about, a part of you coming out of the shadows. And it says, everything I touch is a success. So that's what we were kind of talking about. Everything Jupiter touches does bring this success and good fortune to it. And so they're kind of saying, even see yourself as that, because Jupiter is shining through you at this moment in time. It says, I now establish a new awareness of success. I know I can be as successful as I make up my mind to be, and that's exactly it. I move into the winning circle. Golden opportunities are everywhere for me. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. And that's what it's saying, that you make up your mind. This is where your mind has been limited or stuck and hasn't decided, and it's been burdensome as well. So, like I said, where your focus is. And this one is, I am safe in the universe and all life loves and supports me. I breathe in the fullness and richness of life. I observe with joy as life abundantly supports me and supplies me with more good than I can imagine. Wow. Okay. So that is beautiful, beautiful energy coming through for you, Pisces, because Jupiter is also about like expansion and abundance. And it's really that you've got all these lovely cards of growth with the Seven of Pentacles. And it is saying it is there for you. So it's about, believing in that, tuning into what it is that you want and allowing parts of you to really expand and grow. And so it's kind of a time for flourishing. It's a time to flourish. So, and to bring more success and abundance to your world. So let's see what we have. Oh, we've got beautiful elephant. Wow. And again, this is like I'm kind of getting a spiritual symbol of luck and fortune and abundance as well, and taking some big strides. The elephant is a big animal. And so it is this sense that, at this moment in time, something big, this is big. This is something that's actually very ancient and old that has got, they're kind of talking about body memory, like memory. There's a very deep memory that is associated with this. And this could be associated with all these parts that are now able to be touched, to be brought out into the light, to be made into something successful, and time for that to shine. So it's not forgotten, is what they're saying. The memory runs very deep inside you of what this is. And again, bring it back to the sense it is a legacy. So and the legacy might not be, you are Bill Gates and you've made Microsoft or whatever. It might be that your legacy is actually who you are in the world and how you've blossomed and grown. And so that could also be it as well. But it can also be something you're working on. It can be either of those things. So that's it, Pisces. Actually very beautiful energy. There's a lot of, because we're moving into that Taurus energy, I feel like a lot of things are grounding down for you, and it's going to feel like you're standing on a lot more solid ground with some things that have been perhaps a little bit confusing emotionally or feeling stuck inside your mind, and the path opens for that, which is actually going to be really good, and you're going to have this greater sense of empowerment, wanting to really work and commit to something. So beautiful, beautiful energy coming through for you. And it feels quite nice and slow and gentle. It's not like, boom, you have to step into this and there's a lot of energy here and it might be really intense. It's very soft and gentle. It's nice. So it's like, okay, can I come out now? Is it over? Is that crazy Aries season over with all that energy and that fire? Is it time for me to come out? And that's kind of what the raccoon is. It's time for parts of you to come out of the closet. It's okay for you to come out now. So you are surrounded by safety. So, and so that's kind of, I don't know if you've been feeling that, but that's just what they were showing me. So, that's it for this part of the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, where we'll pull some clarifiers for this part of the reading and also pull some more cards for what's coming in the near future and the future beyond. And then we'll also just hone in and pull some cards specifically for career, money, love and relationships, and get some really focus in on that. So I'd love it if you come over to that, Pisces. It's always always get some really interesting things coming out in the extended readings that I kind of think, oh, I wish everyone could be hearing this. So, but if you're interested in that, I'd love it if you come over. The link for the extended reading is in the description box below. I usually pin it to the comments, so keep an eye out for it there as well. But if this is where we're leaving each other, I hope that you enjoy this. They keep showing me this image of, is it safe to come out now, for whatever reason. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, subscribe, leave a comment or share, because that lets YouTube know that you appreciate and enjoy the content. And also I love reading your comments. And it's also a way to support the channel if you appreciate this content. So thank you so much. Appreciate you coming over and listening to this, and take care. I'll see you next time.